Hey kids, welcome. Mark Miller here. Looks like my volume's a little loud. Good to see y'all. I'm glad you're here with me, and let's kind of get right into it. Rory's not with us today, but I'll show you what we're going to work on. There are two things that I have kind of slated for today. One of them is I want to improve the ability to change targeting quickly up here. The UI for it is on the Stream Deck, and if I jump in, if I click this button right here on the Stream Deck, and when I say Stream Deck, I'm talking about the physical device right here, so I'm hitting the buttons right here, and then I go into, say for example, targeting. I can hit any of these buttons up here to change the toggle the targeting state. So if I hit the 9 right there, Teal of Cloudfur's targeting goes away, and if I hit the 11, then Lady Tyranya's comes on, and I can hit the 12. It's even possible for me to target folks off screen, but if that happens, they come up on screen like this. In general, all the characters that are up above on screen, those are the non-player characters in the game. What I want is a way to very quickly, visually move from player to player, is what I want to do. And so what I've done is I've added two buttons down here. They don't do anything yet. Target previous creature and target next creature. And when I hit this button, I want the targeting to move to the next or previous creature in that array right there. And I'm actually going to do it sorted by number. So notice here there's a 10 at the beginning, and sometimes that happens. I'm not too worried about that. I just want to be able to go, I'm going to go in numeric order. If I take the 10 away, wait, hold on, I take the 10 away. Do I have to wait or no? Put it back? Nope, it puts it at the beginning. So that's a bug. I'm not sure what's going on with that. They should be sorted, but they're not. I think it's, let me try taking the 9 away and bring it back. Yeah, so that fixes it. Now taking the 10 away, it's as if that gets some bad data in it. I don't want to look at fixing that bug, but I'm not going to worry about that for this. For this, I'm just going to basically say, we're going to go in numerical order for what's on screen and switch it. If there are two targets, we're going to switch to 1. So pressing the right button here is going to take Lady Tyrania. She'll no longer be targeted, and Voidling 1 will be, and Scale will no longer be targeted. So just one at a time. It's just a very quick way to move back and forth. And I've added these buttons here. I've added them on the targeting page, and I've also added them on the conditions page as well. Because for conditions, it's kind of, this is where it kind of becomes really important. So it's improving, we want to improve those UI. Hey, thanks, Design Patterns. Did you see that? It looks cool, right? And it looks really good. Like solid, good, it's got a good feel to it. Removing them. Yeah, the bug fixes, we're good. Happy about that. Clear all those. So anyway, that's what I want to do first. And second, I want to do the Entangle spell. I want to work on that. Little Cutie's got Entangle. Let's open that up here. There it is right there. We'll do this next, I think. It's a little tricky, the spell logic. But once we kind of break ground in this, implementing the similar logic for other spells should be much easier. And basically what happens is you target a creature, you cast a spell, they have to throw a saving throw against your spell save DC, that number 15 in the upper left there for Little Cutie's character. That 15, that means they got to roll a d20, add their modifiers, and then the number's got to be greater than 15, and then they save, meaning they don't have full damage, or they don't have maybe any damage, or they're not restrained, or anything along those lines. So that's what's going on. They do a strength saving throw, and then they'll be restrained. Well, we have the ability to mark restrained in the form already I just don't want the Dungeon Master to do that. So say, for example, these two failed their saving throws, we would then go into conditions and we would add the restrain. I want those popping up automatically, is what I want to have happen there. And I think similarly, I want them going away automatically, and this is a little tricky again. I want them going away when the spell ends. And the reason it's tricky is that I can cast a spell that results in a creature being restrained, and somebody else could like tie them up, and that could result in them being, you know, restrained, for example. So multiple things can add up to a single state being active, and so it is. The question is, at the end of the day, who wins, right? If my spell is gone, is there anything else restraining them? We need to know about that. So we need to be able to have an architecture that supports multiple contributors to a single conditional state, and then we can remove one and then check to see is anybody else still adding. We successfully did this with advantage rolls and giving magic, where we can give a magic to another player and that can impact a die. So we've done this once already with advantage, but we've not done it with conditions yet. And so I want to explore that, look at that. I'm not sure if we'll finish it today or not. I definitely think we're going to finish this today. I have a sense this is going to be like, you know, maybe 30 minutes. And then the next thing we'll move on to the next thing, and at least we'll be learning about that, exploring what does a fix for that look like. Okay, so let's hide all of those guys up at the top, and let's work on implementing these pieces right here. I don't think I'm actually running. I'm not. So this is my D&D app. I haven't started it yet. The piece that's running here is started from a button on my Stream Deck that just starts up the executable. Oh, look at this. I think I want to focus on this bug too. I might want to look at this one today, because I've got, this is an issue where I've got repeated, I've got a Staff of Fire that has 3 spells, and because it has 3 spells, it's added 3 Staff of Fire entries here. There should only be 1. Same thing with your, down here, Staff of Process, 5 or 4 different options. I just noticed another Staff of Fire down there, and Staff of Frost. So we're getting multiples there. I might look at that too today. Not sure if I am or not, because I'll make that decision a little bit. Okay, so this is running, which means it's running from an EXE, which means I can go ahead. I can't run from here yet because the EXE will be locked, but I can make changes to the code, and that's what I'll do. I'll keep this running until we're ready to start and test our changes. We want to go over here into our Stream Deck commands, and we want to add a new command, or a new command piece right here, which is looks like I'm going to just copy this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to come in here and call this the I'm going to call this the target move commands is what I'm going to call it. I'm going to tab to next reference on this. That's going to take me eventually to its registration. There it is. I'm going to shift enter to duplicate line, paste what's on the clipboard, hit escape to get back. Music's a bit loud. No. Thanks so much for that. I was kind of feeling it too, to be honest. Let me do this. There you go. That's a little bit better, I think. Let me know if you like that better. Hey, this guy Funks is out there. Better. Okay, Zelpy is out there. Zelpy, nice to see you. Thanks for saying something. I really appreciate that. Okay, so now we need, I think we need an execute and a matches is what we need. We need these 2 signature pieces inside of here to make that work. And I need something there, and I think I'm going to create something new here called move target, and then we're going to give it some sort of targeting command like that. And in the past I've done regular expressions in here, but I think I'm not going to do it this time. It's like basically 4 simple commands, and I don't anticipate any expansion on it. And I'll show you what those are. If I go into the Stream Deck, so what I did in the Stream Deck is I just added these buttons before the show, right here, and they've just got this one string that's sent out via chat. So it's a chat message on Twitch, and I'm going to make this be target previous creature. That's the string message that's sent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, if message, message is what I thought I had on the clipboard, message equals target previous creature, or, and then I'm just going to select from there to there, duplicate that, shift enter duplicates it, and this one's going to be next creature, duplicate again, and notice I didn't have to select the whole thing the second time. If I hit it again, and if I'm in a field, a text field, and I hit shift enter again, it will assume I want the bigger thing that I already duplicated, so I don't have to go back and reselect it. So then this one's going to be target next player, and then shift enter one more time, and this is going to be target previous player. See how fast it is to add those? Very, very fast. That's just that's Codersh's duplicate selection, duplicate line feature. So, so if that's the case, then we're going to do two things. We're going to say our targeting command, which it looks like I haven't declared yet. With that, let's say our targeting command is equal to our message, and we're going to return true. So kind of a real simple, and otherwise down here we'll return false. And again, I'm just using Coderush templates here, just RT like this to give me that, and RF to give me that. Coderush is, if you're not familiar with it, it's inside Visual Studio. It's what we are dog fooding here every time we do the show. All right, so I want to declare move target, so let's do that. There's our move target, and if I hit tab key, I can jump to the implementation of it, which is in our main window. This main window is an implementer of the iDungeon Master app, I think is what it is. And here's where we can add the actual movement code. I think I'm going to just set a breakpoint here, and I'm going to run at this point, which means I need to shut this down and hit run. And that's starting up. Does this have that Google API restriction? I think the answer is yes. Design patterns. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, which yesterday we saw, if I started up twice in a row, what happens is on startup, it goes, it makes a call to load a whole bunch of data, and I aborted the startup and I restarted immediately, and then it went back to Google API and went a whole bunch of data again. And the Google API has got a restriction that says, hey, if you're going to be grabbing a whole bunch of data from me, you can only do that once in the next 100 seconds or something like that. Yeah, design patterns. It's a restriction we didn't know we had until yesterday, because we had never actually shut it down and immediately restarted it. I'm not exactly, you know, I don't know anything more about the error than what we saw yesterday. It was like an exception or something like that that the API threw. But my sense is a practical application of that would check to see, are you asking for the exact same data again? And if the answer is yes, then that would be it. But if you're asking for different new data, they'd be okay with it. So that's my sense on how that is. Yeah, that's my sense exactly, to prevent abuse of Google APIs. That's what I think is the purpose of that. So right there, I agree with design patterns there. Yeah, for people from flooding Google. Yeah, exactly. So I think we've never seen it happen in real life. When I say real life, in the running app. So I'm not at this point too worried about it. If I were to ever see it again in the running app, I'd be very worried about it. I'd be like, want to explore it, try to figure out what's going on. Oh, okay. Design Predator says, how do I know? Because I've done it myself. Infinite calls. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's good. That's actually reassuring to me that somebody else has seen that error. Now I feel like I'm a little bit safer. Okay. So let's bring up some characters, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's target 10 and 11. Whoops, I made 10 go away. I'll bring it back. Let's target 10 and 11. And now let's hit the this button right here to go to the next target. I hit it. I should be at a breakpoint. No. Why not? Set a breakpoint here. Maybe I've got something wrong in what my assumption about what is in here. Target next creature. That looks like target next creature. What? Oh, I got missing the T. My bad. Okay. That's a problem with the data. Let's change that to the letter T there. And I want to do this on every single one because I've copied this button in a couple places. Make sure every single one has got that T in it. Did I get them all? Nope, that I think is the last one. Okay, now I'm going to hit it. Good, now we're here. We can clear that breakpoint. Now we're here. Target next creature. So the creatures is, I think I've got something called all in-game creatures. Do I have a get selected, get on screen? I want to actually create a get on screen. That just gets me all the creatures on screen is what I want to do. Let's go create that. And I've had some, now I just want to point out, we were up high in the main app, which is called DHDM. That's the Dungeon Master app. I just hit a declare method, and now I'm drilling down into one of the core DLLs. And I'm just pointing this out because I've noticed that edit and continue will sometimes issue a missing method exception when I create a method like this and I try to continue. And I think it just is not able to find that method that was added down in the lower DLL sometimes. So I'm pointing that out now in case we see that later. So we can decide where we want to put this. I'm just going to page up and down. I want to see if I've got any code that's similar to what I'm looking for. I'll just stick it there. All right, so I want to get what's on screen. I'm going to return a list of in-game creatures. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do something like this. Oh wait, this does the Google Sheets. I don't quite want that. I want creatures. I want to say return creatures dot where I think dot selected on screen like that. And then I want to do a to-list on that. Okay, so that's my get on screen. That's going to get me all of those characters on screen. I'm going to come up here, declare a local variable on screen creatures like this. And then I'm going to say, I don't know, if it's null or if the count is 0. I think there's an any on this, isn't there? Will any work if it's an extension method? I think it'll work even if this is null. If not any, then we're going to get out. So let's execute those lines of code and see what we get. That didn't look good. That didn't look good at all. It looked like edit and continue didn't get it at all. And the reason I say that is because when I hit F10, it like went from here and had some weird selection down here. So let's just run it and hit the button again and see if it's going to get it. Yeah, look at that, missing method exception. All right. So yeah, sometimes that happens. So I just shut it down. We're going to start up again. How's everybody doing? This guy Funks, Zelpy, Design Patterns. You guys looking forward to the weekend? I actually have my most fun during the week. That's when I'm having my most fun. Being able to do this stuff. Extension methods should be fine with them all. Thanks, Design Patterns. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. I guess I was just, wanted to make sure it was an extension method. All right, there it is. we're up and running. I'm going to hit the button on the Stream Deck, and hopefully we'll see that breakpoint. All right, good. So we'll come in here. Whoops, nothing. We should get getting out of here, and we're out because, you know, there's nothing. There's nothing on screen yet. So let's add 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's target 10 and 11. Okay, and then let's hit the button again. All right, here we go. Now we should get 4 creatures. Good. Good, good, good. Now I need to see which creature is targeted. So I guess I'm going to do this. I've got a template called FOD, which gives me first or default. I don't know, you can call extension methods on null. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. But it's got to be not on a null. It's got to be on a variable of the right type that is null. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. Yep, they're just static methods, sugar syntax, all fun things. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to say first or default, where I want is targeted. That's what I want. And let's declare a local for that. Do I not have declare local? There, I just had to move the caret out. All right, so we're going to say first targeted. And if that's null, so if nothing is targeted, then I want to target the first one on screen. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on screen creatures of 0 dot is targeted is equal to true. Okay. Otherwise, if I've got a first targeted, then I want to go to the next one is what I want to do. I'm not sure. I don't think there's a link way for me to get the next one based on one I pass in. So I'm going to have to, I think, do a for loop or something to get this. Is there a next or anything? Yeah, I don't think there's anything like that. All right, so let's do a for loop for all of these. And folks in the chat room, you may come up with a more clever way of doing this. Let me know if you've got something like that. I'm going to say on-screen creatures. Then I'm going to say, hey, if on-screen creatures of I dot equals first targeted, then I'm going to say I want to break out of here. Whoops, BR template. Whoops, BR. I'll get it. There it is. Break. I want to break out of the loop. But I want to say, this is an else, sorry. I think I'm going to need braces here. Next target index. And I'm going to set that equal to min value. It's not min value like that. Okay, that's next target index. But now if we get to here, then we're going to say next target index is equal to I plus 1. And we might do something like this where we say, well, look, hey, if I is equal to on-screen creatures dot count minus 1, then we're going to say next target index is equal to 0. We're going to cycle it through, is what we're going to do. Otherwise, we're going to say it's equal to that. Skip should work. What's skip? Uh-oh. Let's see what skip is. I'm going to learn something. Oh my gosh. Bypasses a specified number of elements in a sequence, then returns the remaining elements. What's skip while? As long as a specific condition is true and then returns the remaining elements. Yeah. Yeah, then I have a bunch left over that I need to grab, and also I need it to wrap around. It's not quite fitting. I think I can make it work. Skip dot first. Oh, I see. That could work. Is there a reversive skip as well? So let's see. let's just play with this. Dot, it would be, how, I guess the number of elements that I have to skip has got to be, I think, on-screen creatures dot index of first targeted, I think, and then dot first. That would be the next character, the next one. Do we agree with that? If the index of the first target is 0, we're going to skip 0. No, we want to actually do a +1 on this. The problem is wrapping around, right? This works up to the point where we get to the end, and then I think we're wrapping, and we're going to have a problem. I'm going to just comment this out for now, and I'll continue doing things the old-fashioned way. And I'll give this more thought. Maybe we can figure this out. Reverse. There's a reverse. Sign patterns is there's a reverse. Yeah, I think I could do this too. I could say, okay, let's try this. Let's just get the index up, and let's do it this way. I'm going to do a blend here as a compromise. I think this is going to actually be not too bad. Link is really fun because I don't have it in Java. All right, so I'm going to say, hey, look, if the next target index is equal, so we're going to say index of +1 here. If it's equal to screen.count, then I'm going to set it back to 0. Then I'm going to say the next target is equal to this, skip that dot first. I want to do an else here. And this is going, I typed in an R here. It went away. Is that because my code is not syntactically correct? Yeah, there's something about the other. It looks like it's not bad. That's weird though. I'm not sure if I'm looking at a bug or not. I've seen this before, but when the code has been wrong. But the code actually looks right to me. What's my error list? Nothing. All right. Is it putting it at the end or no? It's not putting it at the end at all here. What is going on with that? Let's see if I can figure that out. Do you have JavaStream API? You do have JavaStream API though. Zelpy is saying. Where is my single just R by itself? That's going to be actually up here. One key. There it is. Okay, so RR. Smart return. Okay. This looks like it's a bug to me. And I think it's because I'm between the else and the if. Yeah. So the code compiles. So here's the thing. If I were to put a brace here and type in R space, it would work. Yeah. I am not going to report this. I don't think this is a bug. Because it's kind of a really special case. I'm going to give it some thought though, because okay. So anyway, let's see if I can get back into focus on what I was doing here. First target is here. Next target. Then we're cycling the next target around. Actually, at this point, we know what the answer is. So I just want to say I want to create something that gets it. Get next and get previous is what I wanted to do. And I think I want just this is what I want. Do I want to help this out at all? Let me do this. Let me extract this. No, wait, hold on. Let's do this. All right, let's do this. I'm just thinking ahead in terms of, I want to actually get a variable called target creature like that. And so what I want to do here is I want to say, okay, look, the target creature here is equal to my on-screen creatures. At this point, I know it's equal to on-screen creatures of 0. I know that. Down here, it is target creatures is equal to the next target index right there. And then down here, I want to use target creature. So I'm just going to do that for now. And now I want to extract this. Like that. That's what I want to extract. Okay, so now we're going to call this get next. Let's go jump down into the get next. And I think we've got a code brush for factoring here. Oh, come on. I don't see it here. Would it by chance be available here? I don't see it. It's like make method generic. Is it available here by chance? Why don't I see it? All right. Let's go to catalog. Not code issues, sorry. Sorry, there. For method generic. Promote to generic parameter. That's what I want. It's enabled. Maybe I'm just looking at the wrong piece on this. Let's see, promote to generic parameter. I really want it here. Give me a second, kids, because I want to promote to generic parameter. I want to see what the documentation is on this. Where's the caret? Place the caret in class reference or struct reference in a method. I've done that. Promote to generic parameter. Okay, so it's just not available, and it should be here. Let me make sure my code is compiling. It is. No errors. Let me report this. All right, developers, I just extracted out using edit and continue, so I'm running, right? I don't think that's the problem. Maybe it's the problem, but I'm here and I want to promote this to a generic parameter. I want it everywhere I see in-game creature. I want to replace it with a T. I'm hitting the coder's key. I don't see it. Just in case, I'm going to stop running right now and see what happens. I'm going to kill the app, hit the key again. Yeah, I still don't see it. There's no promote to generic parameter here. If we go into the options page, hold on, it's on another monitor. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. That's not good. I just moved it. It disappeared to another page. Let me hit escape and see if that gets rid of it. That got rid of it. Okay. So, okay, I think we have two bugs here to report. When I bring up CodeRush options, okay, now it's on the right page. Let me just finish up this one thing. Let me show you generic. There it is right there. Promote to generic parameter. It's enabled, okay, but it is not available. Turn off the character overlays. Oh, thanks for that. And guess what? It's not working. I've got to just disable it. And I'm disabling, where's my background? overlay there. Okay, all of them are disabled now. Sorry, thanks so much. Yeah, so generic is in there. Promote to generic is right in there, but it's still not available on here. And I totally want it to be available. That's what I want. There's a second bug. The second bug is options dialog is up. Now, sometimes when it comes up, I think about, let's see if I maximize it, and I click OK. And now I'm going to bring it up again. And it shows up on a second monitor, not the last monitor I had. So now it's down below on my other monitor. So now I'm going to hit the Windows key and left arrow, and it moves over to the left side of it. It's now, it's still on the left side, but it's not, maximized left. And then now it's over on my right monitor, right again. Now it's up on left one more time, and it's gone. It's not on any of my monitors right now. And, just to prove to you that I only have 3 monitors here, that's all I've got is those 3. It's not anywhere. If I try to click here, we get error messages. But I can hit escape. So the dialog's up somewhere. I just can't get to it. Let me try this. Alt-Shift-Space. Ooh, I see a move menu on my second monitor. I'm going to hit move enter on that. I'm going to use the arrow keys to move it. Now grab the mouse. There it is. So I can get it back that way. It's up, but it's somewhere else. And I don't know if that's a Windows issue or if it's an us issue. But I'm almost thinking it might be a Windows issue. But I've never seen it with any other window. Let me open up Notepad while we're kind of exploring this. And I'm going to maximize this down below. Start in the same place. All Windows left. It's on the other monitor. Here it comes in here left. It does not have the problem. Okay, so Notepad does not have the problem, but our dialog does. So I want you to have a multi-monitor setup with our dialog. I want you to maximize it, click OK, and then bring it up a second time. For me, it shows up sometimes on the wrong monitor. This time it was on the right one. Try to reproduce it, try to figure out what's going on. And then the second thing, figure out why an in-game creature here, why do I not have that ability to refactor that? That's what I want to do. I'm going to just paste that here too so I can include that original text in the follow-up email. Okay, those are the 2 issues. Let me just wrap them up here. We've got promote to generic, parameter, not available, plus CodeRush options, dialog, weirdness. Or maybe just plus unexpected, better unexpected. Options, dialog, behavior. Okay, that's my issue. I'm going to paste that into the clipboard or into the chat room. And the devs are going to get a link to that part of our video. We're dogfooding CodeRush, and so if I see a bug or a behavior change I want, enhancement request, that sort of thing, I'm going to just do it live here on the show. Okay, so in-game creature. Just notice AJ 2017's drone is out there. Okay. So I'm going to manually change this. And do I need a where T class in here? What's my problem here? Oh, sorry. I need this here. Right? Is that it? And then no, wait, what am I missing here? Oh no, wait, it's on the other side. That's where it is, sorry. Yeah. How's that? Still not. What's my problem? Oh, it's got to have the return type. And the return type, sorry, the return type is T. Is that my fix? You're doing Java, not C#? I'm not sure what's going on anymore. I'm like, just like, what? Okay, wait, my T, okay, there we go. That was it. It just took a while for the errors to go away. I was like, I don't know what to do. So there we go. Get next of t. It's returning t, takes a list of t, and some primary, the one to go after. I think I want to rename this right here since we've got a nice generic method here. And guess what? It's a candidate for an extension method class, which I think I'm going to move it to. So we're going to say, I guess we'll just say list, like that. And what is this one? Is this the first? Is this the one you step over? I'm going to call it first for lack of a better name that I can think of. And do I need to do any other checks on this? First target? Yeah, you're liking first target? I don't know. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's not the first one. It's the one we step over. The one to skip. Like after this, there's no word in the English language that I know of that means this. After this one is what I want to say. I don't know, that's kind of what I want to do. Let me cut that to the clipboard. Let's create a new class. It's going to be our generic extensions. Do I want to put it up here? I guess I will. I don't have another great place for it. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do generic extensions, like that. I want this to be static. And let's make this public. And just get rid of that. So there's my get next. And similarly, I would have a get previous. Like that. And I want to do what do I do? Isn't it a this? And a this, I need to do those two. And get previous is going to be here. If the target index is equal to 0, then, whoops, let me get that. Yeah, okay, if it's equal to 0, then we're going to say target creature is equal to list count -1. I think we need some error handling in here. This is going to be index of, after this one, -1, sorry. So if this is equal to -1, then we're going to go to the end. We can also simplify this right here. We should be able to inline this return. I'm not sure if we have this refactoring moved over. We do not. Those are refactoring from CodeRich Classic. It's a sneeze. I just, let me do this. I want to actually do a, let me do a CodeRush issue on this too. Hey kids, we used to have a refactoring called inline result or return result, something like that, where I could put the caret here, hit the CodeRush key, and select it. And what it would do is it would turn this code into this. This is from CodeRush Classic, like that. That's what I want to do. That's the feature. That's what I'd like. I think it's inline result variable is what I think it's called. Something like that. Let's mark that. All right, this is looking better. Okay, let's move that out to its own file. Coding Gorilla is in the house. Items Coding Gorilla. Why return the first item if the next index is the count? Did I do something wrong? Oh, because we are cycling around. I want to cycle it. And so if the list index is the count, I can't get to it anymore. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to do that. Looks like, oops, I forgot to hit enter over here. Did I seriously forget to hit enter on the promote parameter not available? I've got this sitting in here. Let me scroll back up in the chat room here. Nope, I got it. I think I just hit up an arrow or something like that and it thought I wanted to keep going. Did I close the other issue? Yes, I did. The other one's good. All right, good. All right, so I've got, those are with the wrap. Get next and get previous. Let me actually rename this to next and this one to previous. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, so now we've got that. Let's move those to their own file, to its own file. And let's go back to where we were. And now we're going to go to on-screen creatures dot next. Hold on. I feel like I said inline temp on this. Oh, I didn't want inline temp. I get it. I want move initialization to declaration is what I want. Okay. That was something, it was not what I was expecting. All right. Let's go in. I was talking before about looking for issues and errors, that sort of thing. I suppose I could do this, and I could also do this. I think that's not bad in terms of like looking for bad data. I guess there's one more condition where the list contains only one element, but this code should work for that anyway. Okay, so now we've got some better code down here because I didn't want to do any of this. Oh, shoot. There's a problem here, though. I want to pass in, actually. I want to pass in. So I'm looking at the declaration for first or default. And sorry for the graying out. That happens when I hold down the control key. But the first parameter is func, taking an in-game creature, comma, bool, a predicate. And then first or default, implements that predicate out there in some way. I haven't done this before. But what I really want is I think I want to throw a predicate in here. Where I want to do something to the effect of can I do that, though, as a secondary parameter? Is it going to know this X comes from on-screen creatures? Maybe, let's see, do I have IntelliSense here? I do not. Hold on, let me declare the predicate and see if I can get IntelliSense in here. Oops. What am I doing? I want to hit that key right there. Okay. So we're going to do T after this one, then we're going to do func of T comma bool. We call it predicate. You can certainly add it. All right, now let's see if that is going to give us IntelliSense. Now, I really want this to work. Ha ha! All right, so we're going to say the predicate is, oh, wait. Do I just, oh, you know what? I was thinking I wanted to only go to the next one that was targeted, but that was incorrect. I apologize. I'm like, that was me not being super smart. I actually don't need it. This code is good as it stands. However, it's also good to know that I can do this. I can send in a predicate if I want to and further filter. That's what I was imagining we need to do, but we don't need to do it. There's also a predicate of T, or there used to be. Okay, that's great news. Really, really cool. Okay, all of this can go away down here. Simplifying the code. That's better. If next the creature is null. Hold on though. So if this returns a null, and I pass a null into here, I don't necessarily think that I should do this. I think instead what I should say is if after this one is equal to null, then I want to return this. That's what I want. And then that way nothing can be targeted and it'll still work. And this one is going to return the last one. Like that. Okay, so I'm feeling better now about that. So next creature is there. If it's null, then we're out. But if it's not null, I want to say all in-game creatures dot. I want something that says clear all targets. There's also a last. Yeah, I've seen last before. I want to call clear all targets, and I almost feel like there's another place in here, in this file. Using accessors is a bit old school with link. Yeah, all player stats clear all targets. In-game creatures clear all targets. Somewhere else, let me go find, let me go look through here. I'm going to tap to next reference, hitting Shift Tab to go backwards up through the file. Apply to targeted creatures. There's a place up here where I know I'm taking my targeted creatures and I'm setting it to false, I think. No. Here we go. Target all, target none. So I'm just doing that. I think I want to extract this down into all in-game creatures. So clear all targets like that. We're going to take that down there. There we go. Using accessors is usually more efficient though, so there's that. We're not worried about efficiency here in this scenario, right? We're in a space that I like to call in UI time, in user interface time. And looks like I'm clipping a little bit. Let me drop my mic volume down a bit. Yeah, it still looks like I'm clipping. How's this? Check, 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 check. Better, better, better. I think it's better. Yeah, so we're in UI time, which means we've got like, you know, 80 milliseconds to play with, which in computer time there's a lot that you can do in that space. 80 milliseconds, if I do something in 80 milliseconds longer than I normally do, and everything else is pretty quick, humans still won't notice it as taking any extra amount of time. So we're talking about something that just really doesn't matter here. So I'm going to clear all the targets. Then I'm going to say my next creature dot is targeted. Set that equal to true. And then we need to update in-game creatures, which is going to go down, send a message through Signal R to clear things up down below. That's what's going to do. I'm going to H8 2017. I'm going to just I'm going to dock you here because is that working? Yeah, just to get you out of the way there a little bit. You're welcome to come back out if you want to. So there's move target, targeting command. We're not really doing anything with targeting command yet, so let's do something with that. So we kind of need to here. I think we need to do this. Do I have a shortcut for this? I think I added a shortcut a while back to do this. Nope. All right. Split initialization from declaration. I actually created a shortcut I liked for this. Let's build that shortcut. I want to be able to invoke that shortcut when I hit Control plus the semicolon to indicate end of line. So I want to do that. So it's going to split this into 2 lines. So to do that, I'm going to go into shortcuts and clear this filter. Go into Mark's Custom here. We're going to create a new shortcut. The shortcut is going to be Control plus the semicolon, and the command is going to be, it's not refactor, is it? What is it? Action menu, is it that? What is it? Now I'm not remembering what it is. Totally blanking out. You know what? I've got it here. Is it execute refactoring? Okay. All right, execute refactoring, and then I want to just type in split initialization from declaration. Like that. Okay. Click OK. And now if I'm here, I hit Control. There we go. That's what I wanted. Just like that. So just very quick access to that refactoring. Control plus the semicolon, and it splits the line for me automatically. Should I create one to do the opposite? Move initialization to declaration with Control Shift semicolon? I think I should. Should I? Do you need anything?
Semicolon. Yeah.
Yeah. Semicolon. Okay. Let me know if you need anything. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do the opposite of that. Let me show you that. How to do that. Can those fields in the shortcut box be an autocomplete list of some kind? Yeah. I know design patterns. I totally know what you mean. The answer is yeah, it should be. I think I asked for this. I asked for the ability. I think here, hold on a second. Catalog. Let's go back to the code actions catalog and move initialization to declaration. I asked for the ability to right click here and copy it. So that might be a good way to do it. It's not there. The problem with the request is it's very specific for this particular refactoring. I totally agree with you that we want that here. We want it in there, but it's a little tricky in terms of how we're going to add it. But yeah. So for now, I got to type it in by hand. The reason why is this parameters can be any text at all. So the only time that it would be able to do that list, autofill list, is if it saw this was execute refactoring. Still would be really useful, wouldn't it? I totally agree. In fact, I think it's so useful. Let's go ahead and make a request for it right now. So I'm going to make a request for this. So devs, I want to bind a new refactoring shortcut command. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hit Control Shift semicolon. Whoops, I got to go get up there. Control Shift semicolon. And now I'm going to, in my command, I'm going to say execute refactoring. And now in parameters, so here's the request. If this says execute refactoring, I would like autocomplete for all the names of the known refactorings. So if I start typing in move, we see move to initialization and all the other refactorings that start with move. Move, wait, it's move declaration? No, move. It's move initialization to declaration. See what I mean? It's hard to remember it. And it would be really nice if this was just automatic so I wouldn't have to get this right. That would be super cool. Okay, there it is. Let's see if I got that right now, by the way. So here, Control Shift, semicolon. It works, and Control semicolon takes me there. Nice. I like that behavior a lot. I just want the, I want us to implement that. So I'm going to say autofill refactoring and code provider names in parameters text box when action is execute refactoring. I know it's really specific here, isn't it? There's my issue. Let me put it in there. I think it's a good suggestion, design patterns. And I'm really glad you brought that up because I've talked about ways to make it easier. And I think you're absolutely right. We just should have a very specific behavior there in that situation and create that. All right, so now we've got clear all targets in here. And then we're going to set is targeted true and update those. So that looks and feels correct all the way across the board. Oh, except for target command. So we need to figure that out. So I was here breaking this down, and now I want to say, oh no, wait, it's not here. It's the one below it. That's the one I wanted to break down. And now I want to say if targeting command is equal, hold on, I'm going to do something slightly different here. I'm going to make this move creature target, and I'm going to create the move target that we're calling here. And I'm going to say, hey, if targeting command, let's do this. If it's null, get out of there. But then we're going to say, hey, if targeting command dot contains creature, like that, then I'm going to say move creature target, passing in the targeting command. And otherwise, we're going to deal with players. It'll be another kind of thing. So I'll do this too. Whoops. Else. I need a space. There we go. Right there. I think refactoring to starts with seems in order. I'm not sure what you mean on that. Oh, never mind. Mark already did it. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, okay. So if this is what you're thinking about, then that's kind of what I'm move player target, because that's working with a different set of data. And so I'll create a move player target here. Player target. And now I want to say here, if targeting command dot contains next, then I'm going to do this. Otherwise, I'm going to say, come on, I keep hitting the U instead of the L. Otherwise, I'm going to say next creature is this dot previous. Cool. And maybe instead of saying it next, we'll call it creature to target. Like that. All right, so that's pretty good, I think. Well, that'll give us our next and our previous. And I think it might work. Let's just run that. We don't have anything for players yet, but let's run it and see what we get. It looks like I need to re-enable my overlays. Now this looks like a job for me! Yummy! Pudding! Nom 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 nom. Hey Pudding, welcome buddy. I'm just in the process of re-enabling the overlays here. Overlays seemingly. Let's see, what do we got? The front overlay, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing the text from that. Let's refresh that. There we go. We got this thing running. Let's refresh it. So what are we breaking, or I mean fixing today? I'm working on targeting of these kids up here. And so if one of them is, and I'm working specifically on buttons to move the targeting. And so I have these two buttons I've added here and here. And we're about to test it now to see if it works. Right now, just without anything, if I hit this button, 2 should be targeted if our code is right. Let's see if it is. I'm just going to run and see what happens. Oh, look at that. Let me clear this. We might have written some good code here. I'm going to go back to the Stream Deck, and I'm just going to be pushing these 2 buttons back and forth. I'm going to go right, 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 right. Oh, I like it already. And right one more time. Nice. And then let's go back left, 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 left. Oh, that looks good. I like it. Let's add 9, 10, and 11. Let's go into our regular targeting page here, and I'm going to turn off 6, and I'll turn on 9 and 11. Looks like I've got the ads. Oops, I did 9 and 11, but I meant 9 and 12. Turn off 11. There you can see just underneath the ad there, you can see there 9 and 11 are now selected. I'm going to hit the right button to move right. I think it's going to find this is the first and 10 will be the next one selected. Let's try it. Yep, 10. Nice. I like it when that works, right? You write that code. This code included some extension methods for a list. Oh, wait. We lost 5. 5 did not go away. What is happening with 5? It's as if there's an extra. Let me get rid of 2 for a second. Are those 5's going to move? 5 has got. Let me turn off 5 from the main deck. I am not getting rid of that target for 5 when I'm hitting the button. It should toggle it, and it's not toggling it. Let's do it for 4. 4 turns it on. 4 turns it off. Wow. Let's go look at the TypeScript for that. What you got, Coding Gorilla? I love my pudding! Nice. Nice. I should be careful about clicking these, buttons that say .jpeg over here, shouldn't I? I would be a better host if I was more cautious, I think. All right, we're in overlays. These are the in-game creature manager. Targeting. There's going to be something here like it says remove target, I think. No. Target. It's like way too much stuff with target in it. Let's tap the control key and say just look only in this file. Target sprite for creature. That feels like it might be good. All right, I ain't clicking links, says Design Patterns. Good for you, Design Patterns. You're better than me. I'm like, a link, let's click it. So my theory is this. 2 of these target sprites somehow got created, is what I think. And I'm not getting rid of the other one. Do I have a get sprites for creature? Well, let's get sprite. I want get sprites for creature is what I want. I don't know if I have one. Let's see if I have a get sprites for creature. Whoops, not what I wanted to hit. This get sprites. Not there. All right, I'm going to do this because I think this is an edge case bug. But what I want to do is I want to make it. I want to return the sprite proxy right there. Like that. It's not liking this, really. So you're going to do an array of that. You like that better? What is wrong? Is this real right here? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, let. That's my problem. Would the other one have worked? I bet it works now, doesn't it? Yeah, my eyes were just in the wrong spot. Okay, so that's fine. So there's my results. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say results.push. And then I'm going to return results. Target sprite for creature. I want to say, let's jump into this. Let's duplicate this one. Again, make this target sprites for creature. And this is going to be an array. And there's my sprites. And this is now going to be an array. Right here, we're going to call this targets. And then we're going to do for each on the targets. And we see sprite.fade out now. Okay. Good. And maybe, I guess we'll also, just to be safe, we'll do this. Okay, just in case, you can trust our mods. I feel like that's the case. Yeah, no, there's definitely a sense of trust on who it is right there. We don't troll here. I appreciate that so much. All right. Let's go to... I want to refresh this. I think when as soon as I refresh, we're going to see it's going to be like everything's going to go away. All the targeting and everything like that will go away. Let's see what happens. Hopefully the problem will be back when we refresh. So that's in the back overlay. I'm hitting refresh on it and going to refresh the data. Oh, we might be in luck and be able to actually see if the fix is going to work. I'm going to just hit 4 to target 4 and untarget 4. I'm going to hit 3 to untarget 3, and now I'm going to untarget 5, and let's see what happens. I think that fixed the problem. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see what happens. I just want to keep mashing buttons almost, going forward and backwards. I feel like we almost need a sound effect too for when we do this, so we can get this, and in part because there's a fade out and a fade in. Right, that kind of slows down the UI a little bit. We can also do this too, though. Where's that target fade out, fade in? Where were we? Target. Fade out now. Let's drop this. Let's make this like 400, 300 even. Make it 300. That's the fade out for the target. Let's go look at add target. Fade in time. Let's also make that about 300. So we're going to shorten that for both of those. We'll take the drag and back overlay, refresh that, refresh the data. Now hit our buttons. Much better. So we can see it. We still need a sound effect. Some kind of sound effect. But now we've got something much better and easier to use, I think. Especially when you have like a gap, like in terms of who's on screen. So let's see here. Like I've got 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of 5. I've got 2, 4, 6, 9, 10. You know, that sort of thing is on screen. And so, you know, it's hard, I think, sometimes for the Dungeon Master to look up at the numbers here, then look down and find the same number here and push it. I've noticed it takes a while when I do it. It takes a while when the Dungeon Master does it. So why not make it easier by giving them these left and right buttons here? And that's what we've done here, right? Just to be able to do that. Especially easy if I've got, especially nice if I've got 2 targets and I want to turn it into, or I've got 2 or more targets and I want to turn it into just 1. Because now if I set up like 9, 10, and 11, when I hit this right button right here, it should go to 10 and the others go away. So it's a very quick way to just jump to 1 target without individually having to just pick a whole bunch, that sort of thing. Also, I think it works really well with the way the mind works, where it's like I see it selected. Do I want to go left or right? Which way do I want to go? Also, the wrapping is useful as well for shortcutting from one end to the other. Okay, so that's much better. I'm just missing a sound effect. I'll figure that out. Not on the show to make that work. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to get a I'm going to go get a raid going is what I'm going to do. I'm going to we'll end the show there. The other thing for players is going to be pretty simple. I'm just not going to get to the other thing I wanted to do. We'll do that. We will do that on Tuesday. And let's send you over. We'll send you over to Clarkio. Get you over there. He gives you a great stream. That smirk slightly to the side. What are you talking about in my face? Which one's my face? What are you talking about besides a great UX? What is my face somewhere? That guy there? Maybe that's it. All right. Tell Brian Clark I said hi. And we'll see you later.